Hello everyone, welcome to my channel. I'm Komal Shekhawat and I hope you all are doing good. So I create videos on how to do econometric analysis for a time series data and a panel data using various softwares like SPSS, EViews, Stata and R. So if you are new to my channel, please click on the subscribe button and keep following the videos. So in this video, I'm going to discuss how to obtain the dynamic multiplier graph and how to interpret the results of a dynamic multiplier graph obtained for a NARDL model. So in the previous video, I have already explained how you can obtain the results for the NARDL model using the add-ins feature in EViews. So you can see this window shows the results for the NARDL model as I obtained in the previous video. Now, if you want to obtain a dynamic multiplier graph for your NARDL results, then you need to go to add-ins, then click on NARDL multiplier graph. Okay, so you can see this window shows the results for NARDL multiplier graph. Okay, now the question is, how do we interpret the results or how do we interpret this graph which is obtained for the NARDL dynamic multiplier? So using this dynamic multiplier graph, you can draw various conclusions. Okay, you can see over here, one is the black line, another one is the dotted black line, and the third one is the dotted red line. Okay, so in my data set, if you have followed the previous video, there were only two variables. One was the dependent, which was GDP, and another one was the independent variable, which was exports. Okay, so these three lines are regarding the independent variables, right? So the first conclusion that we can draw is the black line. This black line shows the movement of the independent variable, that is exports, due to a positive change in the dependent variable. Okay, then there is a dotted black line which is coincided by the dotted red line. So the second conclusion that you can draw is regarding the dotted black line, that is multiplier for exports when negative. So this dotted black line shows the movement of the independent variable, that is exports, due to a negative shock in the dependent variable, right? Then there is the third line, which is the asymmetry plot with confidence intervals. So you can see this dotted red line. It is the asymmetric plot and it shows the difference between the positive and negative change in the regression. Okay, and this dotted red line lies between these two lighter red lines, which are the confidence band. Okay, so this dotted red line of the asymmetry plot lies between these confidence band. Okay, and this shows that there is no asymmetry in the model. Okay. Okay, so the last conclusion that you can draw is that, or what these black line and the dotted black line indicates. So the black line shows that the independent variable responds more or less constant to a positive shock in the dependent variable. Okay, since this black line is a straight line. Okay, so due to a positive shock in the dependent variable, the independent variable remains more or less constant. If this line would have shown an upward trend, in that case, the interpretation would have been like this. The independent variable responds positively to a positive shock. Okay, and this dotted black line, this indicates that the independent variable responds negatively because it is moving downward. So it is responding negatively to a negative shock in the dependent variable, right? So this is how you can interpret your dynamic multiplier graph. And lastly, you can draw another conclusion, like you can see over here, this dotted black line. Okay, this shows the negative, or how the independent variable responds to a negative shock. So this indicates that in my data case, the negative shock is more prominent or is more pronounced as compared to the positive shock in the independent variable, because the black line is more or less constant, right? But however, the dotted black line, this is more prominent. Okay, so this shows that the magnitude of the negative shock is stronger. Okay, and another important thing that you can notice over here is that the positive and negative shocks are more pronounced in the long run. Okay, in the short run, like up to 9 or 10 years, the black line and the dotted black line, they are more or like not showing much prominency, but in the long run, both the positive and negative change are more prominent, and in comparison, the negative shocks are likely to have a stronger impact, right? So this is how you can interpret the results of a dynamic multiplier for a non-linear autoregressive distributed life model. Okay, so I hope you like the video. Please click on the subscribe button and thanks for watching. Have a good day.